Shri T.K. Rangarajan.
Thank you, sir. Before I proceed my speech on railway budget, I wish the railway minister all the best, and I also wish him that he should stay in the ministry as a minister for all the 4 years. If you see the past record, I observed 2004 to 2014, in a matter of 10 years, there were 5 railway ministers, an average one minister for every 2 years. I also observed that each railway minister announcing schemes of thousands of crores of value, and even before the scheme started, he happens to leave the ministry. To quote from the previous budget, 2005-06, the proposed development fund is 24,000 crores. 2006-2007 budget, 22,000 crores. 2008-2009, 75,000 crores. 2012-13, 19,000 crores. So all the money announced, nothing is implemented. The budget presented by each minister has no linkage with the past proposal. And we members, the people of this country, are in the dark as what happened to the schemes announced by the earlier budget. Every year when the budget is presented, there is a situation, inadequate fund for development. The Standing Committee report on railways 2014-15 observed, I quote, that repeated shortfall in the annual plan have an adverse effect on railway finance, resulting in cut in expenditure on critical planned works. The committee therefore would like to serious efforts to be made by the Ministry of Railways to fully achieve the annual target. The Standing Committee further observed that in the last 10 years, out of the sanctioned 99 new line projects, the ministry is able to complete only one project. There are 4 projects which are not as old as 30 years and still not completed. Just cases pending in High Courts and Supreme Court. Today, Supreme Court, we have got 65,000 cases. In High Courts, lakh of cases. This is a sad situation prevailing one of the world's largest government department, which is serving millions of the people, particularly those under middle class and lower income people in our vast country of Bharat. While this pitiable situation of our railways and the railway budget, our minister has presented a budget this year and he proposes to invest 8.5 lakhs crores in 5 years. Thanks, when he came here, he said that Life Insurance Corporation offers 1,50,000 crores. It's a good thing. I think railway minister started moving. But he had to get other 7 crores, 7 lakhs crores. Sir, the public enterprise survey in 2013-14 presented by the Ministry of Heavy Industries and Public Enterprises states that 284 projects in railway sector under implementation as on 31/3/2014. The original cost of the implementation is 1,48,717 crores. The anticipated completion of the cost reported 2,57,761 crores. This is 73% more than original cost. You delay, the cost is going up. You delay, further cost is going up. Next, I come to the railway safety. While the number of accidents have come down in the last 10 years, the white paper has observed derailment is one of the causes for major accident. One of the causes for derailment is worn-out rails. The paper also observed areas of track renewal and accumulating, I feel more funds needed to be allotted for tracks renewal and avoid accident due to derailing. Dr. Anil Kotkar committee has estimated that rupees 1 lakh crore is required for implementing safety measures in railways. It is also suggested a railway safety authority should be established with the powers to have a safety oversight on the railway observation. I request the minister to consider and implement it. Sir, on railway safety, I wanted to bring to your kind attention one sad incident. The President of World Council of Arya Samaj, Swami Agnesh, has brought to our attention. I am prepared to lay that letter here. I am having a copy of the letter. Letters to the Prime Minister and Railway Minister, dated 16 February. And Railway Minister requesting to them to complete the accident inquiries with a time frame and make them public has not been replied. He has sent 2 letters, one to Prime Minister, one to Railway Minister. Still, it was not replied. The RTI inquiry, he himself went to the RTI, Swamiji, where it published inquiry reports in accident. Northern Railway replied, railways do not do so being a policy matter. When accident occurs, papers will publish, media will cover, the family will suffer. But why that accident happened? Inquiry is being conducted. But why they don't, as a policy matter? What policy? And East Coast Railway, in the reply, they stated, such a report is confidential document not to be produced or cited as a piece evidence in the court of law. This is a minimum government and maximum governance. See, these are all from this letter, Swamiji's letter. See, Swamiji letter, I wanted to quote one para. What he writes to the Prime Minister and Railway Minister. It is really disturbing to note that Government of India, having monopoly in the matter of railways, is not discharging its social responsibility towards public by not publishing inquiry reports on serious accidents which previous life is lost. In serious national issues like affecting safety and passenger, Chief Commissioner of Railway Safety or Railway Board or concerned ministry cannot be and should not be vested with discretion of deciding whether or not to publish the inquiry report. Several crores of rupees are spent on the statutory inquiries from the taxpayers' money, and people have right to know about the reasons behind the action taken. Central government owes to the public to conduct all such statutory inquiries with deadline and publish reports. Finally, he concludes, dear Prime Minister, while you are leading the country in an era of bullet trains, you must take initiative in this crucial aspect of passenger safety and allay the fears of the mind of traveling public. Sir, you have stated in your white paper, introduction of new trains should be avoided until the capacity accumulation is firmly in place. In same para, item number 1, you have stated the concept of premium trains needed to be enhanced. Sir, the fares in the premium trains are 3 times to 4 times high than regular fare. It is reported to me that these trains are running not even 25% filled. I request you to reconsider the decision of running premium trains, and instead of they should run special trains on the normal fare. Sir, implementation of national projects in the Northeastern Railway, CCEA, has approved creation of non-lapsable fund called Northeast Region Rail Development Fund. It appears the fund could not be created due to the objection of the CGA. I would like to know whether the objection has since been removed. If not, I urge upon the Railway Minister to take up this issue with the Ministry of Finance and resolve it. This will pave for a faster development of railways in Northeast region. Dear sir, I appeal to the MPs. You have appealed to the MPs to allot their MP-led funds for providing certain infrastructure in the railway station. In this connection, I would honestly to point out to you, the fund is already loaded with the schemes of SAGY, providing toilet in schools, sports, and for disaster at Jammu and Kashmir. I shall suggest, and I request also the government can take the entire MPL fund. We don't want that fund.
Sir, Mr. Rangarajan,
I am very sincere in my.
You got two more.
I am very sincere. As for I am from Marxist Communist Party. We from Marxist Communist Party say you take that money. Wherever you wanted to spend money, you spend. We don't want to spend that money. So this is the most important for travelers in Tamil Nadu. Sir, I would like to bring to your kind notice one aspect of the sexual harassment in our place. Say today, railway, if you go to workshop, or if you go to yard, or if you go to office, number of young women are working. Skilled women are going to workshop. The Supreme Court in Visakha judgment, as preventive steps, he advises employers should express prohibition of sexual harassment as stated in the judgment at the workplace, and it should be notified, published and circulated in appropriate ways. I request the same way, please implement in the railway at the earliest.
Okay,
sir, finally.
Thank you. Time is, allotted time is over. Mr. Rangarajan, please.
You may be aware that multi-city union in railway, many times they show competitive militancy to win the members to their side. Taking into the consideration in certain public sector, central public sector and state public sector, for example, public sector banks also allotted non-recognized union a place for a notice board, union office and consultative status. I suggest in railway, those unions which secure more than 10% vote from their members in the election for recognition may be allowed to place function and allowed to make representation to the general manager and board level. This will enable the vast section of workers to represent their grievances through their organization and will be tranquilly in the organization. I request you to consider that. Thank you very much.
Okay.